Now, controversial plans to build up to 5,000 homes on the Hoo Peninsula, which is said to be a key site for the UK's nightingale population, have been condemned by environmentalists and by a Kent MP. The proposals were originally blocked last year after Lodge Hill, a former Ministry of Defence training camp, was declared a site of special scientific interest. But last week, Medway Council approved the plans after they were amended to provide a new area of land for the 84 pairs of nightingales in Essex. And if given the final go-ahead by the government, the new houses will be built between Chattenden, Hoo and Cliff Woods.
I think it's about trying to find a balance between the environmental pressures, which are serious and need to be given due consideration, and both the housing and other community infrastructure pressures which Medway currently has. If we don't tackle all of those in a fair way, you end up with a broken system. We have a broken housing system at the moment. This will go some way towards fixing it.
So what is the potential impact if the development does get the green light? Well, according to the council, it will create around 5,000 jobs, and the plans include building 3 new primary schools and a secondary school. They also claim that the nightingales only stay on the land for a few months every year, and they believe an even larger number will colonise the new site provided for them. But the Wildlife Trust say the move could cause environmental destruction on a scale not seen for more than 20 years. Well, the MP for Rochester and Strood, Mark Reckless, joins us now from Chatham. Thanks very much for joining us, Mr Reckless.
Good evening.
What are your objections? I know you object. What exactly are your objections to these plans?
Well, I'm representing my constituents who live in the area, many of whom are absolutely horrified by the scale of this development. With 5,000 houses, it will really join our villages on the Hoo Peninsula into Strood and turn it all into a great big conurbation, and they move to a rural or semi-rural area, and this will really absolutely destroy the tranquility of where they live.
But you yourself have in the past drawn the comparison between this haven where 84 pairs of nightingales live, but also the importance of very necessary new homes, 12,000 new homes for 12,000 people and jobs for a further 5,000 people. These are important projects, aren't they, for the area?
Well, I don't see how Medway Council can credibly say that's going to happen when there's this site of special scientific importance. Just ignoring that, building over it and saying, oh, well, we'll find this bit in Essex and all the nightingales could go there.
To be fair, the planning minister has said that the site of scientific interest shouldn't stop the development going ahead as long as the developers do mitigate against the impact. Isn't that exactly what they're doing?
Ultimately, they're going to have to persuade the courts of that as well. The RSPB, I think, will fight this to the very end, as will my residents. I mean, all the councillors for the affected area, they spoke out against this. All the members of our Rochester and Strood Constituency Association voted overwhelmingly against this. I've had hundreds of emails and letters, including one that almost brought tears to my eyes from a 6-year-old girl who was concerned that she was going to lose the area where their family walked their dog and had picnics and all the wildlife that was in that area. And I think we have to take account of the residents of the Hoo Peninsula, and the idea you're going to turn all those villages into a big conglomeration by joining them with Strood with thousands of houses. I think people are going to fight that very, very hard.
Mark Reckless, thank you. Well, the next step is for the plans to be referred to the Secretary of State and Natural England, which is the government advisory body on the environment, for consideration.